God, Shalom. All praise and glory go to the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Warwick HaKodesh, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Kabar, Apostle Rakar, Apostle Ramlab, and the Shalom to all the sincere Achim that are pushing this word, this sincerity, and in truth. Before I continue, I want to say that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the children of Israel that the Bible speaks about, the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the chosen people of the Heavenly Father. The people that live in the land of Israel today, they go back to the Khazarians, which go back to the Amalekites, which is the chief head tribe of the nation of Esau, Edom, and they're not descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and not the chosen people of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which is the Heavenly Father's name and the Son's name. You know? With that being said, these videos are made to wake up our people, to bring them back to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, which is the Heavenly Father's name and the Son's name, because the Heavenly Father is about to pass heavy judgment upon this planet Earth. The people that call themselves white, Caucasian, American, European, they all go back to the Edomites, which is also a tribe of Esau, you know. So I'm gonna play this video, and I just wanted to give another side to the story, you know, because there's a lot of this red pill movement stuff, you know, and actually, red pill is kind of how do you say that? It's like a counter movement against feminism for men, basically, you know. And I'm not red pill. I'm about the Bible. So, you know, if you can call the Bible red pill, then you can call it that. But you know, it's more than that. You understand? So I'm gonna play this video, and I'm gonna bring some scriptures out. You know, because this is the hot topic these last months. You know.
Can somebody explain to me exactly what black women did to make damn near every race, even a lot of our own black men, hate us?
Sure can. Took advantage of government assistance. Kicked us out of the house. Joined the feminist train and demonized your men.
Gun, but before I say before I let this video continue, we don't hate women, you know. We just don't deal with women that are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know. If you're a man, you're supposed to be bigger than that, man. Why would you hate women, you know? I mean, women are gonna take advantage of the situations they can take advantage of, and you need to be bigger than that, you know. You gotta understand that a woman is the weaker vessel, as the scriptures say, and with that you filter out whatever is best for you, you know. You shouldn't be walking around hating women, man. You know, that's a waste of time and a waste of energy, you know. Women don't know what they want themselves, man. You know, 9 times out of 10, you can curse a woman out, and later she'll love you for it, man. So they completely, and they actually respect you when you stand on your ground. So when you stand your ground with the scriptures, concerning the scriptures and what you want, you know, they actually respect you, man. But they're not gonna show you that they respect you, you know. They're gonna do all this blase, as a brother says all the time, GMS Awakening. I forgot. I'm one Gabar says that, you know. But what I want to say is we're not about hating women. We're about protecting women. And if women don't want to be under the protection of men, then you could be out there loose, you know. Do what you want to do, but eventually you're not going to be under our protection, and you're not going to be under the protection of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Why? Because if you can't submit to a man upon this planet Earth, you can't submit to the Heavenly Father which is in heaven. You know, Yahushua even said, if I even speak to you about carnal things and you don't understand, how much more if I speak to you spiritual things, you know?
Millions of dollars every year to exit our community on fake aesthetics of beauty. Praised and joined homosexual men while demonizing heterosexual men that assert themselves. Took our children away from us and used them as bargaining chips to further financially disenfranchise us. Used sex as a weapon in our intimate relationships to get what you want. Became the only women in the world to tell the world that they don't need their men. Perpetuated the trope that black women are the backbone of black communities, which directly implies that black men have no spine and are useless. Continually pushing the narrative that black women are the winners of the oppression Olympics while not having any metric of which they are treated worse than black men. Allowed their weight to slip such that sexual attraction is diminished. Hot girl summer. engaged heavily in prostitution, legal sex work, OnlyFans, etc., and then demanded that your men protect and respect you. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I can make a part 2.
Come. So, with that being said, let's go to some scriptures, man. You know? But on the other hand, the Heavenly Father shows us in the Bible, though, that the women are actually our enemies, man. They are our enemies, you know? And so it shows you right here, 7 and 10. Micah 7 and, let me start at 9. I will bear the indignation of Yahweh because I have sinned against him. And that's what the men are doing right now, right? We sinned against Yahweh Shemashai, but what are we doing? We're pleading our cause. Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Exactly. Because passing through the fire, you know, paying the judgment that's for your sin, that's righteousness as well, you know, because that can bring you back to righteousness, because you have to pay a certain cost for what you transgressed, you know. Like if you drive too hard, you're gonna have to pay a fine, right? So that's the same with Yahweh Shem Yashai, you know. You commit adultery, you actually need to be put to death, and that's righteousness, you know. You know, certain things take, you know, if you slander the name of a woman of Israel, which has a good name, you know, that calls actually basically for a brutal ass beating and a fine as well, you know. So not everything is punishable unto death, but still you will have to pay, you know. So we sinned against Yahweh Shem Shai, and now we're trying to come back to Yahweh Shem Shai, which is the Heavenly Father and the Son. And but these women are supposed to try to go back to their men, you know, to protect them, because hard times is coming, and you're not gonna want to be at the last end when everything goes wrong. Go all of a sudden find the man, because they're gonna kick you away if they're reasonable, because they know that you're not there for you're not sincerely seeking a man. Then it's just because you ran out of options. But then it says, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. So these women are our enemies, man, especially the Israelite women. You know, the Latinas are more submissive though, you know, but the so-called black women, they're out of control, man. But I'll have to say, the women that are raised in Western countries, all right, let's say that, you know, let's keep it at that, because the black woman is out of control. We do know that, you know, but there's still places in the world that Yahweh Shem Shai preserve the woman's mindset to serve their men, you know, like in the West Africa, in Eastern Africa, so South Africa, and North Africa, you have places where basically women do want to serve their men, you know. So then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her rich, said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? My eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. You see? It's kind of hot in my car, so Salaka. But anyway, okay, let's going back to Exodus 21, right? Okay, so this is the duty of a man, right? If you have a woman, right? Exodus 21 and 10. If he take him another wife, you know, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So this is talking about if you have a woman and you want another one. That doesn't mean that I wanted to pull this one because it shows you exactly what your duty is, you know. So it says her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So there's also a certain standard that you have to deliver for a woman if you're taking care. So it's not only on the woman, you know, it's also on the man. And our whole society is like, hey, you can get a woman and be happy. She needs to accept you for what you are. That's not according to the Bible, though, you know, because according to the Bible, you can't be broken to have a woman, you know. That's just what it is. You have to have a certain income or a certain way of taking care of her, you know, and then you can have a wife, right? You can't just have a wife. And that's why I do agree a lot of times with the guy that's called Kevin Samuels, that he says, hey, If you're not if you're under 20 and you're looking for a wife, don't even think about it, man. When you're 35 and you're well established, then you can go and find a wife, because you're supposed to be chasing the bag, as they say. But it's basically being productive, and just like basically Jacob did, man. Jacob worked first 7 years. What did he do? Romans 15:3, man. The things that are written aforetime are written for our better learning. So what did Jacob do? What did Jacob do? Did he just get a wife? No, he didn't. He didn't. He went to Laban, his uncle, right? And he worked for 7 years. 7 years, right? 7 times 365 days, except for the Sabbath, you know. So we're not only getting on the woman, we're getting on the men too, you know. If you're broke, you don't have money in your pocket, don't be looking for woman, man, you know. If you want to be a man of the Lord, just stick to the scriptures, man, you know. Don't be broke and trying to have a woman, man. That's nonsense, you know. Unless you have a way of taking care of her, you know. So in the Arab world is normal, you know. They don't even think about having a woman when they broke. They all saving in Arab countries. A lot of women told me that I spoke to that been to Arab countries. They say a lot of men in documentaries, I mean, they say these men over there, they're working to save for dowry, man, so that they can buy a wife, basically pay the father for the daughter. They see someone, they fell in love, they working like a year or 2 years, and they save all year, and then they pay for the dowry. Then they also make sure they have a house and they have income, you know, or they have a business already going, you know. So that's the mindset you're supposed to be in if you want to have a wife. But it's not about chasing women now, man, you know. We're gonna get all the women anyway, you know. But I just wanted to make a video on this topic because we always be not bashing women, but we get hard on the woman. It's true, but I saw Kevin Samuels also getting on the men, because the men are impatient as well. They want everything, but they don't want to deliver neither. So, but that's basically a modern way of thinking. You can't think that way, man. You want women to be patient and you know, basically, how do you say that? You wanna have a woman that listens to you and this and that, you know. But what are you bringing, you know? So that's basically the thing I wanted to say. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. So she needs to have food, enough food. She needs to have enough clothing. She needs to have sex regularly, you know, from you. That's what she needs, man. You know, and I'm not here to tell you how many times that should happen, man. That's up to you, you know. It's up to what the woman needs, right? So if she wants it 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week, then that's what you got to deliver. It is what it is. And I'm trying to counter the things that, because I also checked Mike Rashid, and he was also coming with some points, you know, and basically talking about lying, you know, and lying is not a good thing neither, man. You know, lying to woman, saying you're single, meanwhile you have a girl, you know. But yeah, we know why men lie about this, because in this society, you can't really deal with multiple women, and you know, even though we're allowed, you know, and the woman will accept it. Basically, you have to be high level and then deal with them. But that's what it is, man. I just want to make a quick video, and this is what it says. And if he take another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish. And if he do not these 3 unto her, then shall she go out free without money. So she can just leave you if you don't take care of her, man. You know? You know, so I just wanted to put that on the men, you know. You need to be able to provide, you know. Look at what Jacob did. Jacob worked for his wives. 7 years he worked for Rachel, I believe, and Laban tricked him with how to say her sister. Then Leah, and then he worked 7 more years for another woman, and then he worked 7 more years for the cattle, man. So but he was making money. He was chasing the bag. That's what he was. He was chasing his substance. But what he was following Yahweh Shem Shai, of course. But with that being said, shalom.